Heidi ho, good neighbors. What's going on? It's Phil Russert. I know, a long time no see. I saw you last night with Charles W. Morgan and the launch of his book, Cold Cutter Issue 2, with Catch Up with Issue 1. So if you haven't checked that out, please go over to Kickstarter and type in Cold Cutter with a K, Kutter, issue number 2 with Catch Up number 1 for Charles W. Morgan. Show him some love and support. Good guy, doing great things. Hey, Angel Manuel Lopez, what's going on? So I'm going to share this out, let people out. I'm going to be debuting the trailer to Tragedy Chapter 5 tonight, showing off some of the goodies on the campaign. As you know, Tragedy is my flagship title, despite the fact that I've put out a bunch of other titles. Tragedy is my girl. So some of you don't know what Tragedy is. Some of you just found out, and some of you have been following since day one. Either way, thanks for tuning in or checking it out and being interested. We get a lot of fan art. I get a lot of fan art submissions, which is extremely humbling, and it's a huge compliment to her design and my work, and I'm grateful for that. For those who wanted to be covers, who wanted to just do fan art, who wanted to be a part of everything, so I want to say thank you. Also, after chapter 5 is released on Kickstarter and all is done, hey Ricardo, the fantastic artist on Tragedy, is here with us. What's up, buddy? Um, there'll be a break, and then there's going to be Tragedy, the trade paperback, which will collect the first 5 issues, and have a lot of goodies and have some major covers. We'll have a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. We will have a Chris Pachalo cover, and I'm not going to name the third person yet, just in case it doesn't come in time or come through. But that person is on board, and I'm excited to have 3 legendary names doing covers for the trade paperback. As you know, I'm a new independent up and coming publisher, Filbo Publishing. Um, I'm not well known, but I am working with major talent, whether it's the independent scene or the mainstream scene. I do provide quality products, quality talent. I work with major people, and some of the best people that you may not be aware of that are fantastic. So um, I really strive to give you professional quality work. I'm sure something could always be improved, but again, we do our best here at Filbo to give you comics that make you proud, that make you want to read, etc. Um, just going to share this out. If you could all share this out, that'd be great. I really appreciate it. I'm going to share it to a bunch of groups before we premiere. Don't leave, hang out. I know that we've kind of got a lot of distractions and a lot of things to enjoy, so our attention spans are all over the place. I get it. But what I'm going to ask you is hang out with me for a minute, because I think it'd be worth it to you. Um, and I think you'll enjoy this. And if you don't, okay, you spent a few minutes hanging out. If anybody has comments, questions, if you want to chime in and let me know what you think of Tragedy, please do. I welcome it. I like reviews. I like people coming back to me and telling me what they think, because it only helps you get better. It only helps you grow as a person, as a writer, as a creator, as a publisher, and that's what we want. And I'm just stalling a little bit here, guys. Hi, Vickert. How are you? Ricardo the Man, Angel. Just waiting for a few people to show up. Maybe I'll tag a few people, have them come hang out. I don't know if they're busy, but I'd like a lot of people to come hang out. You know what I'm saying? So share this out with everybody if you don't mind. I would appreciate the love. And it would be great to have people coming in and hanging with us and paying attention to what I'm doing. Anyway, so I was at Vegas this weekend, and it was great. It's always nice to get away. I don't gamble, I don't drink or smoke, and I certainly don't deal with the nightlife or the night workers. So I just did the con in my old rear end. Would go get a nice dinner and go home and get, or go to the Airbnb and get some rest. But it's always great to run into people that you don't get to see often. You see on on internet. So like I got to see Kevin Eastman. I'm always interviewing him, but I never get to see him in person. The last time I saw him was at New York Comic Con. That was great. I had never met Courtney in person, so that was nice. I got to see guys like Sajad Shah, and Marat Michaels, and Norm Ratman, and guys that I don't get to see often. And then of course I got to meet people for the first time, West Hartman and Don Wynn. So that's always a plus. Um, didn't sell as many books as usual, but I sold some books and I had a good time. Did some nice networking as usual, which is important. So just remember, you could take something away from any convention. As much as money is the driving force, you can walk away from a convention and have made a connection or something. There are other things, other people I met and talked with as well. So anyway, I'm gonna pop this up here. Now, for those of you who don't know what Tragedy is my independent book that is based on a female Irish assassin in Manhattan. Now, my father grew up during the time of the Westies in Hell's Kitchen, which are the Irish Mafia. He didn't work with them, but he knew them, and he worked a solid job at UPS and raised a family and stayed polite with them, but never worked with them. But so there's a history of Irish Mafia in Manhattan, and we go into that here. And she's an assassin for the Irish Mafia. Her father was the head of the Irish Mafia. He was killed, and her father's partner, right-hand man, adopted her because him and his wife cannot have children. So they adopted her. Unfortunately, the mother had intentions to, she wanted to have a girl to adopt and love. And the father's a sociopath, and he sent her away at 16, 17 years old to train to be an assassin for him. So Tragedy has military training and for 2 years, and she has 10 years of martial arts training at an ancient temple in China, parts unknown, because this is comic books. Tragedy is home. The book starts off and takes place a year or two after she's returned, and she's doing work for her father. And as much as she hates her adoptive father, she wants and needs his love and respect. So she continues to do what he wants her to do, seeking that which she'll never get, which causes this vicious cycle of insecurity and unhappiness. She's not happy doing what she's doing. She doesn't want to be a killer or an assassin. But that's the life she's thrust in, and now she feels she can't have another life. This is all she'll know. This is all it'll ever be, and she doesn't deserve a better life. How many of us can relate to that on some level, right? Where we just, we don't want to wake up and face the day every day, and it's a struggle, and we wonder if we can even have a better life, if we deserve a better life, or of how to get it. So those are the things that she deals with that make her relatable to everyone, I feel. And I've been told by Chuck Dixon, Peter David, and Howard Mackie that the first issue was well written. And that is a huge compliment for me, being that, Chuck Dixon created Bane and wrote Batman and Punisher and Robin, and he feels my character is, the first book was written well. The same for Peter David, who's written amazing stuff, the Hulk run for so many years, and X Factor and other stuff. And Peter could be very critical, so for him to say it was well written is amazing. And then of course Howard Mackie, Ghost Rider is his most prominent. He was also an editor with Marvel. To say that from these professionals that I grew up with is phenomenal, and I'm grateful for them to take the time to read and give me feedback. And I'm grateful that the feedback was good. So I'm going to premiere the trailer since people keep coming in and out, and we'll get it going. So whoever's stuck with me, whoever you are in the room now, I thank you for hanging out with me, and let's do this. Speaking of which, the trailer is done by letsdothis.com. I really love the music on that. It's really cool. It just sounds like war is coming, and war is coming in chapter 5. The Breath of the Dragon, if you've been following, is not an evil person. He's not a villain. He's going on his own journey as well, and he's going to face Jesse, his former employer. And Jesse, if you read part 4, has some surprises of his own. He has the ability to travel through shadows and wound up wiping out an entire military group of people that came to assassinate him. Well, now he fights the Breath of the Dragon, and then after the Breath of the Dragon is has fought him and is wounded because he can't read him in the Shadow Realm, that's when Tragedy shows up to fight him, and they have round 2, revenge or not revenge. Does Tragedy get the best of him this time? Find out. Tragedy also found out the horrible truth about her adoptive father, and she's going to confront him. And this story arc of the first 5 issues is going to wrap up and close some things while we open some new ones. We introduce a new villain in this book, who was kind of introduced in the last issue, but he is fully introduced in this one. And this villain is got an interesting history, and it's just the start of things to come. And I'm excited. I've created a universe, a world, and I've written 26 issues. I'm on the 27th right now. It's halfway written, and I have stories that'll last up to 75 issues so far. I keep coming up with more. Trust me when I tell you, this book is epic. It is dramatic. It is action-packed. It is well illustrated by Ricardo, and I've been told it's well written. So you really want to check this out. Now, I set it a $1,000 goal. There's 30 days. It's going to start March 16th, which is 13 days from now. Philbo Publishing, little intro to us. The story so far, I'll let you read that when we launch. Great logo by Maura and Robert Powers. I put up the videos to chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Maybe I'll put them on real quick. Hang on, guys. Let's check it out.
They took away all I held dear. They stole my life from me and made me their weapon.
All she wanted was to dance. To live a normal life.
They made me a killer.
Join Grace O'Connor in her journey to self-discovery as she battles her own inner demons as well as the mob. Her greatest battle will be against the enemy within. Will she finally find peace, or will they all rest in peace?
Hi, my name is Philip Russert, and I am the writer and creator of Tragedy. Tragedy is a gritty, action-packed character study of a young woman who feels trapped in a life she doesn't want. Readers will follow her journey of self-discovery while experiencing intense action scenes that last for pages. I'm proud of this book and the amazing talent attached to it. We have Will Spertasio, Ian Churchill, Larry Stroman, Sean Chen, Adelso Corona, Keith Williams, and more. Ricardo Silva and Sigmund Torrey bring the pages to life. I feel strongly that if you back this campaign, you won't be disappointed. Thank you for taking a look at my book Tragedy, and I hope you enjoy the experience. That was the first trailer. Here's the next.
Who is the Breath of the Dragon? What is the fate of Grace O'Connor? Chapter 1 left readers wanting more. Find out in the second chapter of the hit indie comic book that has a lot of people talking.
Hello again, everyone. My name is Philip Russert, and I'm proud to bring you the second chapter of my ongoing series, Tragedy. I promise this will be a fun roller coaster ride, and I hope you join me on this fantastic journey. We also have variant covers by Tyler Kirkham, Al Garza, and Ryan Kincaid, as well as some amazing indie artists such as Peter Clinton, Len Danovich, Nick Justice, Kenny Calderon, Brad Voth, Steph Wilson, and more. Thanks for making my dream of bringing this story to your home a reality.
So we'll catch everybody. The last video is for the last campaign. So those are the trailers. Ricardo, Chris Orr, Jason Meadows, Rob Powers, Jesse Hagee did some cover. February Ferdian did a couple of covers. February's fantastic. Fabio Bandres has done covers. Here are some interiors. Just so you know, the videos that show from book one, the book one was remastered, redrawn. Some of it was redrawn, it was recolored. So there's an updated version of that book that looks even better. Hey, Carrie Ann, how are you? Thank you. We're about to show off your cover with Steph. So here are some interiors. I want you to read it and see what you think. You know, give you an example. It starts off with a fight, and we get moving. and it's fun. There's our cover team, cover artists. There's a whole array. And then I just want you to know we have some exclusives. We have this exclusive sketch cover. Kevin Anthony DeCastro did the artwork. This is a special sketch cover available only up to, we only have 30 available. We have a glow-in-the-dark cover, limited to 25, Kickstarter exclusive. These are going to look amazing when they glow in the dark. Look at that. That should be phenomenal. Robert Powers drew the mask, colored by Hall. I forgot his first name. Rob Hall. And here is a lava foil exclusive, limited, I think, to 25 by Luis Etienne Villahermosa. That's beautiful, and it's going to look amazing in lava foil. We've got some one-offs. These are sketch covers, one-of-a-kind sketch cover art. This is Zealot, which is from the Wildcats, Jim Lee versus Tragedy by Kenny Calderon. Kenny also drew Breath of the Dragon versus Taskmaster, did a phenomenal job. These are available. I have these. These are one-offs. Tragedy versus Elektra. Deathstroke versus Breath of the Dragon. Anvu did this painted Tragedy, kind of like a kabuki, I guess. And Michael Gerlich did Breath of the Dragon Unmasked. Those are all available. And then J.M. DeSantis did this one of Tragedy. This is available as well. So those are all original art. We have a Tragedy trade paperback ad tier. Now this, I don't know, this may not look appealing to some people. You may not see the appeal, but this is, you get either half or a full page ad, depending on what you pledge on, limited to 2 for each, in the Tragedy trade paperback. I'm going to tell you now that is going to be a solid, successful book, but your ad will be in every print, not just what goes to the Kickstarter. So what I reach my 300 backers, maybe more, every one that I print up and do at shows, everywhere I go, everyone I sell, it's going to have your ad in it. So if you're promoting a comic store, a convention, your own art page, because you're an artist, your own publishing company, as long as you meet the criteria, you can have an ad and it would be beneficial to you. And unlike the money you spend on Facebook, you know where your money's going to, and you know that you're reaching your demographic directly. So I highly recommend people don't sleep on this and take the opportunity, because I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. And if you notice the way I market, you'll get out there a lot. There is a retailer tier, 5 copies of each issue, 1 through 5. If you're interested at a discounted price, reach out to me if you'd like. I am going to be going through distribution at some point, but if you want to jump on and get ahead of time, get the printings before they're reworked for distribution. Filbo Publishing Bundle. This is everything that I publish so far. Tragedies 1 through 5, the Dynamics 1, Withered 1, and The Devil is in the Details prose book. You get a blank sketch cover for 5, or the 5-pack. 5-pack is at a discounted price. I knock $2 off each one. We have a tri-fold cover. This is a fold-out gate cover. So this is the front page. This is the back cover, and this folds out. So you get a nice three size cover, fold-out cover, tri-fold cover. So I'm excited about that. Alex Sinclair is coloring this as we speak, but this is Jimbo Salgado with Alex Sinclair colors coming. That's a crazy detailed cover. Kevin Stewart cover, kind of an homage to Frank Miller. Fantastic looking cover. And here's, I don't know if Carrie's still with us. Here's Steph Wilson and Carrie Ann. Fantastic. Steph does the line work, and Carrie Ann does all the colors, and fantastic work and digital add-ons. Fantastic work. And stick around, because we have some shot glasses to show you from Steph and Carrie. We've got Jerry Rasco, who's got a campaign launching very soon. You want to check that out. Colors by Fabio. We've got Rob Retiano and Skylar, who did the modeling for him. We've got Kenny Calderon with the Breath of the Dragon, wreaking havoc. Beautifully painted cover by Ryan Santos. Fantastic work. There's Jesse. Fantastic. And another fantastic cover by Gus Mock. Great composition on this. A lot of people love this cover. It's already getting a lot of praise. That's awesome. John Katzis, who did an homage to John Romita Jr. on Uncanny X-Men. I think it's 205 or something like that. Oh, look, Steph showed up. He honored us with his presence. How wonderful to have a celebrity in the chat. Thank you, Carrie Ann, for asking him to join us. And then we have this amazing cover by Javier Lugo. Jesse is fighting Breath of the Dragon. He's about to take his head off. Look at that. That's really awesome. Colors by February Ferdian. Fantastic. This wasn't on the slate, but I have to tell you, Mike La Peruta did this for fun, and I thought it was really cute. I paid him to tune in. You've got other heroes here that you can imagine who they are, handing her roses, and she's kind of blushing. I thought it was a cute cover. It was really fun, really cool. So I decided to add it. Of course, Mike got paid. Stretch goals, we're going to have a die-cut sticker of the Chance Wolf cover, which is one of the biggest sellers. We have the next in line of Chibis by Rob Powers, which if we unlock that, we have the other four, which are awesome. If you've been following the campaigns and you've been pledging on them, you'll have the prior four. If not, I have them in add-ons. Fat Atlantis art, comic size print. If we hit 6,000, we've got Falling Shamrocks, grade 4 shortening. Dustin Tyree, we have 2 prints in a row, comic size prints by him. And then this black and white size print by Ricardo if we hit 12,000. We have reached 13,000 with Tragedy. I would love to match that again, if not grow. I know the economy is tough, but this is a book well worth your money, I promise you. Jump on board, get on this, this campaign, and get on while you got first printings, because I'm telling you, Tragedy is going to go somewhere. I promise you that. We've got the add-on tier if you want to catch up on all 4. I give you the best, the most popular, I should say, covers, the biggest names: Ian Churchill, Tyler Kirkham, Mike DeBalfo, and Jose Luis. By the way, speaking of Steph Wilson, on the website, you can get Steph Wilson's covers, all of them. He's done a cover for every Tragedy issue, including Dynamics. Yes, I know, right? And yet this is with a 7-month hiatus, and I'm on 5. Imagine if I went at the pace I wanted to. Not playing around, Steph. You know me. And you can get the Steph cover sets on my website. That's filboentertainment.com. Dynamics 1 is an add-on. It's a good tale. I'm telling you, it's fun. It's a superhero action tale. Think of The Incredibles and Power Pack and genres like that. There's a trailer here for you to play. My prose book, The Devil's in the Details, where Withered premieres as a short story and then continues in issue 1, which is in production right now. For those of you that backed Withered's campaign, thank you for being patient. Will is working hard at the pages, and I'm going to do an update soon, but I promise you this will be happening soon. Yeah, if I had my way, please, with Steph, we'd be at issue 20. There's a trailer for Withered. Then we have art books. As you know, I'm an art rep, Legendary Illustrations. These are my artists that I represent, or some of them. And we have 7 art books from them. There's the campaign trailer for that. There's the Chibi print set. If you like Chibi, there's Tragedy, Breath of the Dragon, Tony, and Joe. And we are adding Jesse to this one if we get that far. Pick up the pace, bro. And then we have sticker set. Right, we got the Ian Churchill die-cut foil Tragedy. We've got the mask. We've got the Steph Wilson and Carrie Ann art sticker, and we've got Ricardo with Tony. We've got black and white comic size prints, the Gus Mock cover and the Jimbo Salgado cover. If you like the original art, but you know, because I own the original art and I'm not selling it, this is the next best thing. Comic size, so you can frame it nicely next to your comic cover. And let's toast to Tragedy. The very first Tragedy cover that Steph did, and the fifth one. And you can get this shot glass set. It's a double shot because we are going to be celebrating Tragedy. And I'm telling you, don't sleep on this title. So very cool. That's a courtesy of Moto Glass, M-O-T-O Glass out of Phoenix, Arizona. Great guy, runs that company. And these are going to be available. So pick them up and toast. And if you do, I ask you to do a quick video taking a shot, whatever it is, whether it's iced tea or it's alcohol, but take a shot and toast Philbo Entertainment and Steph Wilson and Carrie Ann. And Steph, Kate, Melanie's with me, and she just read what you wrote, and she smiled. That you said the artist on those shot glasses is epic. You can make it a virgin, you can make it a foil, or you could get both and make it a virgin foil. We also have samples. These are art samples of the guys, so you know what you're getting when you get the books or if you get a commission. We have original art tier commissions from these artists, so you can get a full figure of choice, black and white with background on 11x17 from these artists. So you can get some, and we've had some beautiful commissions come through for people. So this is pretty much the campaign, people. I'm going to remind you, we have some exclusives. So these are going to be rare, and that's it. They will not be printed after this. And just so you know, if I tell you there's a print run of 30, there's a print run of 30. That's it. I keep it at 30. You'll never see otherwise. And we've got the lava foil cover, which man, this came out so freaking cool. It actually gave me a story idea. A glow in the dark cover, which this will be so cool, glow in the dark. And this amazing sketch cover. You could buy one of these and you can get any other artist to draw any other hero on this side. It could be Elektra, it could be Batman, it could be whoever you want. Background, what's that? It isn't a running joke because Steph doesn't do backgrounds usually. And he said, hello, Melanie.
Hello.
So we've got exclusives, and we've got one shot, one of a kind, original art. So we got a lot of great stuff here. This is launching May 16th. Again, I ask you, if you're new to this, give it a shot. You'll really enjoy it. If you like genres like Big Trouble in Little China, mixed with genres like John Wick and the Boondock Saints, if you like martial arts and metahumans and superhero fights and vigilantism, and you like gun battles and you like mysticism and magic and immortals, I'm telling you, it's all for you, and it all makes sense, and it's all in there. And I'm going to remind you that if Chuck Dixon, Peter David, and Howard Mackey said that book one is written well, what are you waiting for? Because that's high praise from major established people in this industry for writing and editing. So give it a try, guys. Give it a shot. I'm going to end out real quick with the trailer one more time, and then we're going to call it a day. And I'm going to ask you to get ready. Sign up for this, because you're not going to want to miss it. I promise you that. You're not going to want to miss this. We have to get the link. So I'm going to play this one last time, guys. Check this bad boy out. there you have it, folks. Have a good night, Steph. Have a good night, Carrie Ann. Thanks for coming out and hanging with us. And are you live tonight, Steph? If you are, feel free to drop a link or anything you want, or push what time you'll be on. Anyway, so that's it, folks. That is Tragedy Chapter 5. You're not going to want to miss it. I promise you that. Right, Melanie? Mm-hmm. They're not going to want to miss it, right? I'm trying to push my book. Are they going to want to miss it? Thank you. Anyway, she'll catch on later. All right, that's it. Share this out. Let everybody know. Sign up if you haven't signed up, please. I put it in the link in the chat. Sign up. It helps us a lot. And let's get this going strong. I also want to remind you, if you go to www.filboentertainment.com, you could buy everything that we publish except for Tragedy 5. If it's currently campaigning, it's not available yet. You could buy art, original art from the Legendary Illustrations group. You can, we have swag there. We have other shot glasses, different than the ones on this campaign. We have posters and prints, and we have lots of goodies in the shop. But we also have the Digital Indie Alley. We have a few independent artists and creators that have their comic books for sale in digital format up there. So please go check that out, and feel free to talk to me and reach out to me if you'd like to get your comics on there. All right. Having said that, I will leave you with what I always leave you with. Be legendary and have fun storm at the castle.